So I just got done watching the latest Barry Cooper video, and well, at least the interview that is leading up to this video. KOP Busters is what he calls it.
We finally get to see the real light shed on the police and get innocent people out of prison.
Odessa police raid what they believe is a drug-infested house, only to find a shocking surprise.
And this is where he has set up a fake grow operation with Christmas trees in order to attract police and catch them using illegal surveillance methods that the Supreme Court have considered illegal. Barry's talking about having this great amount of equipment, high-end stuff that he's using to do this, and he's going to continue to do it all over the country. But listen, we can all do this too.
Video cameras, plants masquerading as drugs, and a message are what police found while serving a search warrant today.
The best equipment known to man is what KOP Busters has, and we're going to continue going across America busting these cops. We had to use encrypted emails. We had to use Walmart blow-up cell phones in case our phones were tapped.
But why all the trouble?
First of all, bravo, Barry. That's awesome. Good job on that. And I like the way that you illustrated this technology that you used. And, you know, I agree, this is good stuff. Using prepaid wireless, simple, easy, and then, you know, not very expensive way to protect your privacy, so that you're not leaving paper trails behind and things like that for, you know, if you're under some sort of suspicion, you don't want them attracted to your particular situation. That makes sense. And then, you know, these little cameras here, these little wireless pinhole cameras for spying. I mean, if you want to use that in your car and record in your car, or if you want to use that in your house where you're setting up an operation like Barry did, you know, these little cameras are perfect for all situations. They're wireless, they run on batteries, you know, very easy to use. These little bugs that you can put on a bug, they're so small, you know, are pretty expensive and also run off a battery. These right here, these Vivotech wireless cameras, I use a lot of Vivotech in my day of installations, and so, you know, they have wireless solutions, they have internet cameras that are ready to serve internet feeds and so on and so forth. So, you know, that's where you can see this remotely over an IP connection. So you'd have to have internet in the location that you're gathering the feeds from, wherever you're filming. You'd have to have internet there that would broadcast over to an internet source remotely, but you could record remotely just like Barry did here, and not be in the situation that's getting raided, so you're not in danger of getting shot or getting, you know, harassed, you know, unjustifiedly. So that's, you know, some cool tactics you got, Barry. And like I'm showing you here, these power supplies, you know, these are ways to keep your film or your feed coming and your internet going. Use a UPS and then have it recharged by a solar panel. These things you can get at Harbor Freight, you can get them at Fry's, you can get, you know, cheap, you know, semi-inexpensive solar panels that would do the job perfectly for this situation. And then, you know, you can set up your mobile office, and I think that's kind of what Barry was alluding to. What he had done is set up these little mobile offices. You can even set one up in your car, like I'm showing you right here. You can use Clearwire, you can use these data cards from your cell phone company. I mean, you can get internet pretty much anywhere these days. So that's easy enough. You know, if you wanted to, say if you're getting arrested a lot, say if you're getting some sort of racial profiling or something you suspect is happening to you particularly that's unjustified and violating your civil rights, or you just feel uncomfortable with the situation. So, you know, you can use one of those little pinhole cameras, stick it in your car, use your internet source to feed anything that you record over the internet, and you know, to a remote location, a remote computer, say your home desktop or something like that. And so, you know, here's an example right here of this is an installation we did for a friend of ours, and we just set up some surveillance equipment around his house, and he's got 4 cameras. You can see them all remotely. and so on and so forth. So just like I was explaining, you know, that's an off-site backup of your data, so that nobody's going to damage that data or accidentally spill a cup of coffee on your computer and you lose all these, you know, wonderful recordings. So, you know, just, I think Barry has a good idea. You know, make these people earn their warrants. You know, don't let them get warrants so easily on the American people. That's a violation of our civil rights, where, you know, they can use these illegal means, such as Barry explained with these infrared lights. And he says the Supreme Court has outlawed such an activity by police departments. And so, you know, without any probable cause, how did they get a warrant? You know, there wasn't any illegal drugs in there, and they, you know, they can't really say that. You know, informant, you know, told on him, because there's nothing going on. So, you know, there's nothing to raid the house for. So, you know, why would an informant say anything? Or they could say that they smelt, you know, something coming from the house. I guess these are common excuses that they use to get a warrant. But in this case, neither of that is present. You know, there is no odor coming from the house, except for pine, possibly. But you can't mistake pine for marijuana. And there was no informant, you know, because there's nothing illegal going on. So, you know, they have to earn their warrants. They can't just go out and get a warrant on you for no particular reason. That's really unconstitutional. I think we need to stick up for our rights. You know, and I'm showing you some plants right here. I'm just wondering, what do you think these are? Tomato plants, potato plants, marijuana plants? What are these plants? I mean, you don't know, and the cops don't know, and they can't just come and raid your house because you have plants growing. I mean, they have to actually have some probable cause. I think Barry's justified in doing what he's doing, showing, you know, how we got to demand our rights, and we got to make cops earn a warrant and earn, you know, the right or the ability to come into my house. You know, that's all I'm saying. So I think it's plausible to set these up and do more of these. I hope he does. I'm going to be watching KOPBusters.com just to see. Pretty good stuff.